Before we start, everything you're about to hear is historically verified. We use AI only to bring history to life visually. The facts, the numbers, the human cost. All real, all sourced. This is HistoryBilled. August 6, 1945. You are sitting in a cafeteria in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. You have worked here for 14 months. You operate a machine. You follow a procedure. Ask no questions. Get no answers. Your badge has a number, not your name. Your section has no name. The plant has no windows. This morning, the radio says that the United States has dropped a new kind of bomb on Japan, an atomic bomb. One bomb, that destroyed an entire city. You put down your coffee because you recognize the material they just described. You have been processing it for 14 months. You helped make that bomb. 1,000 miles away, in Los Alamos, New Mexico, a physicist named Robert Oppenheimer is standing in front of a cheering crowd. He raises his clasped hands above his head, like a prize fighter who just won. But later that night, alone, he thinks of a line from an ancient Hindu scripture. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. This is the story of the Manhattan Project. $28 billion, the most secret operation in American history, and the most dangerous gift one man ever gave to an enemy. To understand how you ended up in that cafeteria, go back to 1939. Albert Einstein is sitting at a desk on Long Island. He is writing a letter to President Roosevelt. The message is simple. Germany is trying to build an atomic bomb. If they succeed first, the war is over. And not in our favor. Einstein does not want to write this letter. He is a pacifist. He will spend the rest of his life wishing he hadn't. But the alternative is worse. Roosevelt reads the letter. He authorizes $6,000 for preliminary research. $6,000 to start the project that will cost $28 billion. By 1942, it has a name, Manhattan, and 3 cities that don't exist yet: Oak Ridge, Tennessee; Hanford, Washington; Los Alamos, New Mexico, built from nothing in less than 2 years. In complete secrecy. The man running the operation is General Leslie Groves, a military engineer who just finished building the Pentagon. He does not trust scientists, but he needs one in particular. The year is 1944. You are 22 years old. A government recruiter shows up at your door in Tennessee. He tells you there is work, good work, war work, important work. The pay is better than anything in the county. You sign a form. The form says you will not discuss your work with anyone, not your parents, not your husband, not your wife. You ask what you will be doing. He says, you'll find out when you get there. In reality, you don't find out when you get there. Oak Ridge is a city that appeared overnight. 75,000 people in a valley that had 3,000 2 years before. Fences everywhere, guards everywhere, questions nowhere. You are assigned to a machine. You are shown a procedure. You are told to repeat it. The material you handle has no name you are given. The process has no explanation you are offered. Around you, thousands of others doing the same, following the same procedures, asking the same 0 questions. None of you know that you are enriching uranium. None of you know what uranium is for. While you work in Oak Ridge, 1,000 miles away, something very different is happening. Los Alamos is not a factory. It is the strangest laboratory ever assembled. Wooden barracks on a mesa in New Mexico, no street addresses, no names on buildings, everyone referred to by number. But inside those barracks, the greatest concentration of scientific minds in history. 12 future Nobel laureates, living and arguing and solving problems that have never been solved before. The man holding it all together is Oppenheimer. He has never run a laboratory. The FBI has a file on him. He has communist sympathizers in his own family. Groves picks him anyway because Oppenheimer can do what nobody else can, take the most brilliant and the most difficult people on Earth and point them at one problem. How do you build a bomb from an atom? They work 7 days a week. Their mail is read. Their calls are monitored. And among them, undetected, is a man named Klaus Fuchs, German theoretical physicist, British citizen, one of Oppenheimer's most trusted colleagues. Every calculation he makes for the project, he also makes for the Soviet Union. May 8, 1945. Germany surrenders. The war in Europe is over. Hitler is dead. You hear this in Oak Ridge and feel something close to relief. This is what it was all for. Except nobody tells you to stop. Your shift starts at the usual time. The machine runs as it always did. The procedure does not change. Because the project was never only about Germany. In Washington, committees are meeting to decide what to do with a weapon that no longer has its original target. Japan is still fighting, and there is a bomb almost ready. In Los Alamos, 69 days after Germany surrenders, Oppenheimer and his team drive to the desert for a test. The bomb they built to stop Hitler is about to be detonated for the first time. Nobody asked you if you were still willing. Nobody asked any of the 500,000. July 16, 1945, 5:30 in the morning, Jornada del Muerto, the journey of death. The scientists crouch in bunkers. Some are laughing nervously, some are silent. The countdown reaches 0. The light arrives before the sound, brighter than the sun, visible for 200 miles. The shock wave rolls across the desert 160 kilometers in every direction. The mushroom cloud rises 12 kilometers into the sky, 20 kilotons. A crater of radioactive glass spreads across the sand. Kenneth Bainbridge, the physicist who ran the test, turns to Oppenheimer. Now we are all sons of bitches. Oppenheimer says nothing. He is thinking of that line. Now I am become death. It worked. They have built something that cannot be unbuilt. The only question now is where to use it. In the weeks before Trinity, a group of Manhattan Project scientists write what becomes known as the Frank Report. Do not drop this bomb on a city. Show Japan a demonstration, an uninhabited island. Let them see the power. Give them the chance to surrender. 69 scientists sign a petition to President Truman. It is classified before it reaches him. The decision is made without them. On August 6th, at 8:15 in the morning, the Enola Gay releases Little Boy over Hiroshima. The bomb you helped build detonates at 600 meters above the city. 70,000 people die in the first seconds. By the end of 1945, 140,000 are dead. 3 days later, Nagasaki, 74,000 more. That evening in Oak Ridge, you sit in the cafeteria with your coffee getting cold. Around you, people are crying, people are cheering, people are silent. You don't know which one you are. Now let's add up the bill. $28 billion in today's money, 130,000 workers at peak, 500,000 total. Most of them never knew what they were building. Between 150,000 and 246,000 people killed in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, most of them civilians. A bomb built to stop Nazi Germany, used 69 days after Germany surrendered. And then there is the spy. Every blueprint, every calculation, every yield figure, everything Klaus Fuchs knew, he gave to Moscow. In August 1949, 4 years after Hiroshima, the Soviets detonate their first atomic bomb. It is an exact copy of the weapon dropped on Nagasaki. $28 billion of the most closely guarded research in American history, handed to Stalin by a man eating in the same cafeteria as Oppenheimer. The nuclear arms race begins. Within a decade, both sides have weapons 1,000 times more powerful. And in 1954, the United States government strips Oppenheimer of his security clearance. The man who built the bomb is declared a security risk. He dies in 1967. exiled from the world he created. In 2022, the government reverses the decision. 68 years too late. You retire from Oak Ridge in 1970, 25 years after Hiroshima. You never talk about what you did there. Not because you are ashamed, not because you are proud. You were handed a procedure. You followed it. You did your job. The bomb ended the war. That is what they say, but 140,000 people died in Hiroshima and 74,000 in Nagasaki. And their names were not on your badge. Only a number was. You were never asked if this was worth it. None of the 500,000 were. A handful of men in Washington made that decision, and one man in Los Alamos who couldn't sleep afterwards. Today, there are approximately 12,400 nuclear weapons in the world. 9 countries. Every one of them descended from the calculations made in those wooden barracks in New Mexico by people who thought they were racing against Hitler. The race never stopped. It just changed direction. You did your job. You followed your procedure. You helped build something that is still pointed at someone's city right now. Was the Manhattan Project worth $28 billion? Leave your answer below. And if you want more stories where history gets a price tag, subscribe to HistoryBilled. Every war has a price tag. This one we are still paying.